Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, and today we are going to be doing another Q&A. I haven't done one of these in a while, and you guys have been giving me a lot of good questions, both on the previous Q&A video and also a bunch of other videos that I've done recently. So in today's video, we are going to be answering all of those questions starting right now. So the first question is probably without a surprise to some of you, and it is about the $1,000 Death Star. For those of you that haven't seen it, here's a picture or two of it, and I am probably in the minority saying this, but I think it actually looks pretty good. I understand the concept of it, which is a slice of the Death Star and being able to see all of the scenes. Obviously, some of the scenes are going to be from the Episode 4 Death Star, and some of them are going to be from Episode 6 is Death Star, and I think it actually was executed decently well. As for the majority of the opinion about the model, though, I think it is missing a couple of features. Namely, the spherical shape of it. That would be the first thing you think of when you think of a Death Star, would be the sphere shape of it. But unfortunately, this thing is a cutout. I would have loved to have seen the flat front and then a rounded back to it, so then it's kind of a half circle. I think that would have gone over really, really well. And then you also wouldn't have had the ugly backside of it. I understand why they did it like this, and obviously I understand that adding another few thousand pieces to round out the back would have inflated the cost even more. So some sacrifices did have to be made, but I do think that the concept is good. It is just unfortunate that it is $1,000. Reasonably speaking, with Lego and how expensive it is, I think they could have charged $800 for it instead of $1,000, and it probably would have gone over a lot better with people. It still wouldn't have been as well received as it should be. But I do think that $800 is a lot more of a justifiable price, and that puts it in the same bracket as the UCS Millennium Falcon and also the AT-AT. I think those two sets are more comparable to that $1,000 Death Star, so that's just my thought on it. I have no intentions of buying the model. It is a nice thing to look at on Lego.com, but I have no intentions of purchasing it or adding it to the studio here, so that is going to wrap up my thoughts on that. So going along those lines there of Lego leaks and things like that, the next question is actually pertaining to a leak that is not yet surfaced as of the recording of this video, and that is about the Winter Village set for 2025. It's rumored that it is going to be a train, which is really exciting because I don't have the previous Winter Village trains, so this will be a first for me, which is really, really cool to see. And so the question itself is asking about my thoughts on it and if I'm going to be picking it up. As of right now, it is suggested to cost about $130 based on the leaks, between $100 and $130, and it is going to be a train. Hopefully it comes with a complete loop of track. I think that would be really neat. Obviously it won't include a motor at that price point. It would have to be inflated all the way up to probably $200 to get the motor and the controller, and so most likely it won't come with a motor, which is unfortunate, but I do still think that a $130 train with a complete loop of track could be a pretty good deal. So I am probably going to be picking that up on day one. The holiday sets usually come out on October 1st, so we should be seeing news about that pretty soon. And so that is on my list of things to buy on October the 1st, and so definitely stay tuned for that and make sure that you click subscribe so you don't miss out on that review, because I will be reviewing it and I will be comparing it to some other trains in my collection. And the next question here is actually also related to trains, and is what is my favorite train in my collection? And it's probably going to be the Orient Express. I've had that ever since it came out, and it's been actually almost 2 years at this point, and I really like it. I think it's a really, really nice model. It is unfortunate that the train does not run super well with both of its coaches, and it is also unfortunate that you can't officially motorize it with Lego instructions. You have to go on Rebrickable and do some other modifications like that. But I do still think that it is a beautiful looking model, and I'm really, really happy to have it in my collection. But overall, my favorite Lego train is probably going to be the Orient Express is at the top, and then some of the other ones, just as I guess honorable mentions, would be the BNSF cargo train and also the Santa Fe. I think those are great, and also some of these other older trains as well. And so this next question here is asking what is my most wanted Lego set, and if I had to pick just one of all time, it would be the set number 7199, the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom set. I really love this model. I always wanted it when I was younger, and I never unfortunately got it. So that is the one set, I guess people call it the White Whale. That's my most wanted set of all time. I think it's so cool. I don't think it's going to live up to my expectations of it if I ever get it, but it is still something that I really want to add to my collection one day. But For sets that are still on store shelves, it would probably be Rivendell or the Lion Knight's Castle. Those two I think are really, really awesome. And the Lion Knight's Castle is actually retiring at the end of this year. So I might be picking that up before the end of the year, but I guess we'll see how it goes if LEGO decides to do some double points or other things like that. As for more affordable sets that I really want, actually the new Wally and Eve set that's coming out on October the 1st here, I think it looks really, really good. I don't have the original Ideas Wally set, but this is something that's really, really cool, and I always wanted the Wally set, but I was never willing to pay the prices for it on Bricklink or eBay. And so getting this set and also getting Eve is a really, really nice addition as well. And it's not super expensive, which is great to see. And one other smaller set would be the Spider-Man 2 train scene. I really like that one. I think it's actually really, really neat. And so hopefully one day I'll be able to pick up a couple copies of those, and then I can make a full subway train of maybe 3 or 4 carriages. I think that would be really, really cool. And then you could also recreate that Spider-Man scene in your own LEGO city if you were interested in doing that. But that is something that I would want to do, but it does obviously get pretty costly once you start buying multiples of them, because I think it's a $50 or $55 set. So that is pretty expensive, so I would probably wait for a sale on those just so I could pick up a couple at a more reasonable price. So this next question here is actually something that's really, really interesting, and I've never considered it before, but I am actually really intrigued by it. And the question is, would you ever give subscribers suggestions on their LEGO cities if they DM'd pictures of it to you? And I think this is a really cool concept. I would love to do this. And so if you guys are interested in something like this, drop a comment down below to let me know what you think about that idea. And so if enough people want this, I will have people DM me on Instagram pictures of their LEGO cities, and I can make a video about that, whether it's weekly or monthly or something in between. I think that could be a really, really neat thing to help engage with you guys. And I think that'd be a really, really interesting idea for you guys to DM me photos on Instagram of your LEGO cities, and then I can kind of give some feedback. And so again, if that is something that you're interested in, make sure to drop your comments down below to let me know. But the next question here is actually about my own city, which is, will you add more custom modular buildings? And the answer is yes. I will absolutely be doing that. I have a couple of work in progress buildings currently in the city over by the Brick Bank and the other areas like that. But I do have a full strip of base plates that are completely open between the town hall and my custom apartment building. So there is a number of spots there that need to be filled in, and I will be making custom buildings for that area, along with the area right up here. Actually, as you can see, between the police station and the boutique hotel, there's a fair amount of space open for the taking, and part of that is going to be for the 2009 Fire Brigade modular building. I will be parting that together eventually. I've been saying that for a number of months now, but hopefully in the near future I can make that happen. But the space is bigger than that building itself, and so in the remaining space I will be also making custom buildings to tie in the area and make it look better. So the answer to the question is yes, I will be making more buildings. It is just a matter of time. But in order to continue making modular buildings, I am going to be needing to place some more orders. So again, stay tuned for that so you don't miss out on the haul videos and also on the building videos as well. And the last question here is asking about how do I manage consistency. I upload multiple videos every single week. I upload at least one a day for this channel right here. And I also upload member exclusive videos along with Instagram shorts and posts and other things like that as well. And so you guys are asking about how I manage the consistency on doing all of that. And it is just, it comes down to dedication and trying to add that into my schedule every day. So essentially it just comes down to scheduling out my day. And so putting in a time slot on my calendar, so to speak, allows me to focus on what I need to do at certain times of the day. That's just what works for me. And so writing down to myself, I need to film 3 shorts today, or I need to film this video and this video over the course of these 2 days, is something that I do so that I can go ahead and plan ahead, and then therefore I can make all the videos that I need to, schedule them throughout the week, and then everything is pretty much good to go. And so with that, that's actually how I end up doing most of this. I don't do them the day before they release. I do the videos a few days before, and usually almost a week before. And so then that way that gives me enough time to take my time on the videos and also edit them and then upload them and make the thumbnail and stuff like that. So it is a pretty long process from the idea creation all the way through filming and actually making the models for the videos, and then going ahead and editing it and uploading it and then also the thumbnail as well. And then bringing all of that together and then publishing the video is a pretty long process, but I do manage my time pretty well. I'd like to say I could definitely be doing it better, but I do think that most of what I do is pretty good, all things considered. And so that's usually how I manage the entire process. But as for the idea creation, which is usually, it could be the shortest part, but it ends up being the longest part of each video's process, because I need to find content that is worth making a video about and something that is interesting to you guys. And so that is where you guys come into play. I love reading your suggestions down in the comments below, and I love also taking that feedback and adding it into my city. That's why the city looks like this now, and that's all thanks to you. And so the next question here is about the Arkham Asylum, the first ever DC modular building set. It is actually coming out the day that this video is being released. It is coming out tomorrow, so that is pretty exciting. I am going to be going to the Lego store and picking that up, and also checking out the pick-a-brick wall because I haven't done that recently, so pretty excited to be doing that. But that will be getting added to the city as well, and I need to find a spot for it. So that's going to be a pretty interesting video because it is technically an inverted corner. So we're going to have to try and play that out and see how that goes. But with that, that is going to wrap up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like the video and subscribe, as well as click the bell notification so you don't miss any future uploads. And if you guys have any other questions for me that I didn't answer in today's video, drop your comments down below to let me know, and I'll be sure to answer them in the next Q&A. But with that being said, thank you guys again for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye for now.